There are some nasty rumors going around about Ariana and Cynthia. The headlines read that Cynthia's partner, Lena Waithe, can't stand Ariana Grande, and there are some clues to accompany this assumption because Lena's been posting some really cryptic things on her story.
And how do I say this? Ariana is just weird and I don't like what's happening. They are acting crazy and it's really bothering me. It's like an obsession.
Lena then went on to share this picture, and Paul says, "I watched you guys in the press tour," and Ariana says insufferable. Yes, which does that mean like Cynthia's partner isn't too happy with how this press tour has been going?
Social media has been absolutely losing it over some posts that Lena Waithe dropped on her Instagram story, and people are convinced they're aimed directly at Ariana Grande. The British actress and producer shared a clip from one of Ariana and Cynthia Erivo's recent interviews where they're discussing the Wicked press tour, and the caption was just one word: insufferable. That's not exactly subtle, right? But it gets deeper than that. Lena also posted a random photo of Ariana with no context, which had fans scrambling to figure out what message she was trying to send. The thing is, this isn't coming out of nowhere. For months now, people have been noticing something off about how close Ariana and Cynthia have gotten during the Wicked promotional campaign. The hand-holding, the intense eye contact, the way they can't seem to exist in the same space without touching each other. It's been raising eyebrows everywhere. And now it looks like Lena has finally had enough of watching whatever this is unfold in front of the entire world. But those Instagram posts, they're just the beginning of what's really going on here. The Wicked press tour has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Ariana and Cynthia have been doing interviews together for months, and their behavior has been anything but normal co-star energy. They're constantly holding hands, fixing each other's clothes, wiping away each other's tears, and finishing each other's sentences like they've known each other for decades instead of just a couple years. During one interview, Cynthia literally jumped up to fix something on Ariana mid-conversation, and Ariana just sat there smiling like it was the most natural thing in the world.
And just kind of have a really truthful friendship and a beautiful sistership that continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know.
Sorry.
She's getting the fixing itch that Cynthia Erivo gets.
It's not there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because
Then there was that viral moment when a fan grabbed Ariana's hand too aggressively at a premiere. Cynthia's reaction was intense. She immediately went into protection mode, asking if Ariana was okay over and over again, holding her close and looking genuinely shaken. Viewers noticed that the level of concern seemed to go beyond normal friendship territory, but nothing compares to the infamous holding space interview that broke the internet.
This week people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
that's really powerful.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening.
A reporter mentioned that people were holding space with the lyrics to Defying Gravity, and Cynthia's reaction was something else entirely. She grabbed Ariana's finger, tears welled up in her eyes, and the whole thing turned into this deeply emotional moment that had everyone watching feeling like they'd accidentally walked in on something private. The awkwardness was palpable, and fans couldn't stop talking about how strange it all felt. But what they didn't know was that someone else was watching too, and she wasn't happy about any of it. Those cryptic Instagram stories Lena's been posting aren't random. Besides calling the press tour insufferable, she shared a post about relationship maturity that talked about cutting off false stories your mind creates about your partner based on inner tension. That sounds like someone trying to convince themselves that everything is fine when it clearly isn't. Reports claim that Lena has been watching every single interview, every red carpet appearance, every behind-the-scenes moment that gets posted online. And she's not happy with what she's seeing. Sources say she feels like Ariana is deliberately playing up this helpless, vulnerable persona to make Cynthia feel protective and needed. And looking at how Cynthia responds every time Ariana so much as clears her throat, observers suggest that whatever's happening here seems to be having an effect. Lena allegedly believes this isn't genuine friendship, but something much more calculated. She's reportedly told people close to her that Ariana has a specific pattern when she wants someone. And according to these sources, all the signs are there. The constant physical contact, the emotional vulnerability, the way Ariana looks at Cynthia during interviews like she's the only person in the room. Lena reportedly isn't buying the best friends narrative for a second. But here's what makes this even more concerning for her. She's apparently seen this exact playbook before. Ariana has a well-documented history when it comes to relationships that start in complicated circumstances. Her current relationship with Ethan Slater raised serious eyebrows because he was married with a newborn baby when they got together on the Wicked set. Reports suggest his ex-wife was blindsided by the whole situation, and the internet had a field day pointing out that Ariana literally has a song called Break Up With Your Girlfriend, where she sings about wanting someone who's already taken. Her engagement to Pete Davidson happened at lightning speed. They were getting matching tattoos and talking about forever before most people even knew they were dating. That relationship imploded just as quickly as it started. Before that, she was married to Dalton Gomez for less than 2 years before they called it quits. The pattern seems pretty clear. Ariana tends to jump into intense relationships fast, and they tend to end dramatically. So when you add all of that context to what's happening with Cynthia right now, Lena's concerns start making a lot more sense. This isn't just paranoia. This is reportedly someone watching a very familiar pattern play out and recognizing exactly where it usually leads. And what Lena allegedly knows about Ariana's relationship patterns goes even deeper than most people realize. The matching tattoos situation is what really sent people into overdrive with theories. Ariana and Cynthia both got inked with designs related to Wicked, and Ariana posted this incredibly emotional message about it on social media. She wrote about never forgetting a single second of their time together, about Cynthia being the fiercest talent on earth, but an even fiercer friend, and about feeling privileged to know and love her. On the surface, that might sound like normal best friend talk, but here's what people are missing. When Ariana was with Pete Davidson, they were constantly getting matching tattoos together. Little clouds, family tributes, even one dedicated to their pet pig. Getting inked together was basically their love language, so the fact that she's doing the exact same thing with Cynthia, combined with that intensely emotional message, has people convinced this goes beyond friendship. Sources claim Lena has been particularly bothered by the tattoo situation. She allegedly sees it as Ariana marking her territory. It's a permanent symbol of their connection, something that will outlast the movie, and the press tour, and whatever else happens next. And given Ariana's track record, that's exactly the kind of gesture that signals she's in deep. But the tattoo detail isn't even the most suspicious part of this whole thing. Here's the twist that makes this situation even messier. Lena might be worried about losing Cynthia the same way she got her in the first place. When Lena and Cynthia first met at an event back in 2018, Lena was actually married to someone else. Her name was Alana Mayo. They had literally just gotten married months before. But after Lena met Cynthia, things moved fast. They started showing up everywhere together, posting about each other constantly, acting like they were in their own private world. Cynthia called Lena her sis and said they were stuck together like glue. Then suddenly, Lena and Alana announced their separation. The marriage lasted maybe 2 months before it was over. People immediately started speculating about the connection. The timeline raised questions. The way Lena and Cynthia's friendship seemed to explode overnight had people talking, and the fact that Lena's marriage ended right as she was publicly gushing over Cynthia definitely sparked theories. So now, years later, Lena is reportedly watching Ariana do essentially the same thing with Cynthia that she allegedly did with Alana. The intense connection, the public displays of affection, the way everything else seems to fade into the background when they're together. According to observers, it's like watching your own playbook get used against you, and sources say Lena knows exactly how the story can end because she's already lived it from the other side, but there's one detail that allegedly really pushed Lena over the edge. When Cynthia first started talking about Lena publicly, she called her sis. That was their term. Their way of describing what they meant to each other before they were ready to fully define the relationship. Now, Ariana is calling Cynthia her proud sister all over social media. In interviews, Cynthia talks about gaining a sister when she met Ariana, about how they connected immediately and speak almost every day. She described singing together for the first time as intimate, as something that required being completely open and available to each other. The language is almost identical to how she talked about meeting Lena all those years ago. And insiders claim that Lena picked up on this immediately. It's not just that Ariana is using the same terms. According to people close to the situation, the entire progression of their relationship seems to mirror exactly what happened between Lena and Cynthia. The instant connection, the can't stay away from each other energy. The emotional intensity that feels way too big for a regular friendship. Sources say Lena has told people that she recognizes all the signs because she's been there. and she reportedly knows where it can lead if nobody steps in to stop it. But what allegedly happens next could change everything. The tension right now is absolutely thick. Rumors have started swirling that Ariana and Ethan Slater might be done, which would be wild considering he reportedly left his family for her. If that's true, the timing is incredibly suspicious given everything happening with Cynthia. Lena is apparently not backing down or playing nice anymore. She's done watching from the sidelines while Ariana gets closer and closer to her partner. Reports say she's ready to do whatever it takes to protect her relationship, even if that means calling Ariana out publicly or revealing things that have been kept private. There's been speculation for years about certain aspects of Ariana's personal life that she doesn't discuss openly, and some people think Lena might be willing to address those topics if pushed far enough. Meanwhile, Ariana has started doing damage control, giving interviews where she explains that she just expresses affection through touch and channels energy through physical contact. But that explanation doesn't really hold up when you notice she's never been this touchy-feely with anyone else in her life. The whole situation feels like it's building towards something major. You've got Lena watching her relationship potentially fall apart the same way her marriage allegedly did. You've got Cynthia caught in the middle of two people who both want her attention and loyalty. And you've got Ariana following what appears to be a pattern that's played out multiple times before in her life, seemingly unable or unwilling to recognize how it looks from the outside. Something's got to give eventually, and when it does, it's going to be messy. The question isn't if this drama is going to explode. The question is when, and who's going to be left standing when the dust finally settles. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the celebrity gossip. Thanks for watching.